What is truth?
What is truth? Truth is reality. What do you think of that?
Ooh, that's deep.
Truth is reality.
How about, I know you touched on Sunday about light. God is light. Because light shows the truth.
Light does show the truth. Let me tell you a story about this.
Give me an example.
Well, I was painting my bathroom, which I'm sure is
This is deeply exciting.
oh, this is fun stuff.
Can't wait to hear this.
I know. I was painting my bathroom last night, as a matter of fact, and we got this kind of fake stucco wallpaper that you put over things,
Yeah.
and it's bumpy and everything, and it's supposed to make it look like real stucco. Let me clue you, it doesn't really. It looks like bumpy wallpaper. But anyway, we put this on there, and then I painted it. And I was painting kind of a beige over white. And it was last night, so it was dark, and then I was, all I had in there was an incandescent bulb. And I knew that this morning, that I would see all kinds of flaws in my work when the sun would come up, because it had those. I'm dabbing with my brush all over the place, and sure enough, when the sun came up this morning, it was a mess. I had all kinds of things that I didn't, but boy, it looked good with that incandescent bulb.
Sure, anything looks good in low light.
The dead look good in low light. You ever notice they have those low pink bulbs
Yeah.
in funeral homes?
Oh, they look like they're sleeping.
Yeah.
But I think as human beings, we tend to hold on to that incandescent bulb, our self-protectiveness. Things seem to look better in the low light, but I think God encourages us to look with Him in His light, daylight, so to speak. You hear in the Bible that God is light, and I just think that's just a perfect metaphor, because he has an objective point of view on everything. He can look at the beginning and the end of everything. He sees it for what it is in the daylight, whereas we're kind of confined to an incandescent bulb at some point. But he encourages us to look with him in daylight, so to speak. We need a commitment to objectivity. Sometimes we don't always agree, but that's growth too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think we ever, as I think back through my life, I never grew because someone agreed with me. I grew when people disagreed with me, and I had to define my thoughts.
Yeah. How many people do you know only read certain authors, only watch certain talk shows, certain news shows because they know they can agree with that person or what they've represented in the past, or only read a book because they've read just enough of the back cover or something to know that this will agree with my point of view, and I just want to enhance that. But you made a good statement that we tend to grow faster and grow more in disagreements and really questioning our thoughts, habits, and abilities. Conflict, staying uncomfortable seems to be a good way to grow, and I think God encourages us to make a commitment to an objective point of view.
That's what's so good about YouTube, because we can get on there and get a lot of different points of light shining on it.
Yeah,
And He'll use that
sure.
in order to help us define our thoughts and to grow. Hey, this is good stuff.
Good stuff. Let's dive into a little bit more about truth here. Got a little video after this video.
Let's talk just a little bit about truth. Jesus was talking with some people one day, and he said this: "If you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Well, later, Jesus was asked by Pontius Pilate, "What is truth?" Well, let me ask you that same question. What is truth? It's not an easy question, is it? We all seem to want to know the truth, and yet we find it difficult to define. I think that the best definition for truth is the word reality. If something's true, it's real, isn't it? If it's not real, it's not true. So I believe that for our purposes right now, the words truth and reality are interchangeable. Well, Jesus said that knowing the truth would set us free. How? How does knowing the truth set us free? He was talking to some very religious people in the 8th chapter of John, and he said this: You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desire. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there's no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. You know, the devil only has one tool, and that's lying. He knows that if he can get you to believe lies instead of the truth, deception instead of reality, then he can adversely affect your life on many different levels. I'm told that when they want to train an elephant in Africa, they tie a huge rope around its leg when it's very small and tie it to a big tree or a stake in the ground. The baby elephant tries hard but cannot break free from its captivity. As the great beast grows, it gains the needed strength to break free, but over the years it has become accustomed to the rope on its leg, and it no longer attempts escape. We're much like that elephant. We often become so accustomed to the lies that we've been taught that we no longer even attempt to break free. Friends, the truth is that you can be free. Don't believe the lies. Believe the truth. God created you with unique talents and abilities. He has given you imagination and creativity to be more than you ever dreamed. He wants you to know that you can break free from all that junk that has held you back. Well, how? How do we walk in truth? Well, it is by faith. For we walk by faith and not by sight. By faith, we reach out to Him and ask Him to guide us. You know, we see this world through a subjective eye. As illustrated in the top picture, we're right in the thick of things. It's nearly impossible to see the big picture from here. But God sees things from an objective viewpoint. He knows the end from the beginning. He transcends time and space. We can put our hope and our trust in Him. Now, before I close, let me offer 3 suggestions for walking free. Number 1, make a commitment to the truth. A commitment to the truth. The objective truth, friend. Without a commitment to the objective truth, we're simply choosing sides. So commit to the truth, no matter what. 2, be willing to change. You know, all growth is change. If we're not willing to change, we're not going to grow. Number 3, hold on to the spirit of truth, even when it's uncomfortable. It won't always be comfortable. It won't always be easy. Hold on anyway. It's worth it. You know what? Jesus said this, "If you love me, you will obey what I command, and I will ask the Father, and He will give you another counselor to be with you forever, the Spirit of truth. The world cannot accept Him, because it neither sees Him nor knows Him, but you know Him, for He lives with you and will be in you." My friend, we need the Spirit of truth in us, don't we? Just as a compass points north, the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, will lead us and guide us into truth. Well, let me ask you this. What kinds of things have held you captive? What kinds of things have held you back? Isn't it time to reach out and grab the truth? Isn't it time to walk free?